Hi guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. Welcome to Follow Me Friday, where motion is lotion today for our core. And we're gonna get deep in there to help work that six pack a little bit and to support our back, all without doing Kegels. We're lying on our backs, so either on the floor or if it's more comfortable for you, you can do this right in bed, whatever feels best for your body. Before we get started with the exercises though, we wanna make sure we've got our center set. So you're gonna do a little rock back and forth where you flatten your back and arch your back until you come to a position that feels like the most comfortable for your back. So it doesn't necessarily have to be all the way flat. Again, wherever's most comfortable for you. Mine's almost flat, but not all the way. And then you want to think about taking your belly button and pulling it gently towards your spine, all while breathing. Not a suck in, just that gentle little pull in. And this is our position for the ones lying on our back. So you're gonna start by hands down at your side. I can't keep moving my feet there. And we're gonna start with a little march alternating. So one knee is gonna come up. Notice I'm not raising super duper high here. I'm raising just a little bit while still keeping those ab muscles engaged and not tilting that pelvis from side to side here. And you can just follow right along with me. But if you wanna count, as I'm a terrible counter, we are going to do 10 on each side. So that was 8, 9. Try to let the rest of your body relax too. Sometimes that's hard. We have 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands are going to come behind the head. Unless that's uncomfortable, you can cross them over your chest. Elbows stay open. Again, keep this position set. Tuck that chin just a touch. Inhale, and then as you exhale, gently lift. Notice I am not lifting up, again, super duper high. I'm trying to help protect that spine a little, and I'm really thinking about leading with those lower abs as I go. The other thing that I am really trying to be careful of not doing is blooping, right? Pushing those abs out. We're gonna get 10 like this, and then we're adding on a little bit. So here's 6. We're actually gonna combine the first one and this one. 7, 8. Try not to yank that head or that neck. 9, and 10. Okay, now as I lift into that crunch, I'm also gonna lift one knee. So it's lift and back down. Again, trying to keep everything in the center of my body nice and stable. So upper body and my legs are moving, but that core, that center is really trying to stay nice and stabilized. At any time, if you need to take a break, you just do it. You can always come back to it later or come back in on another exercise too. There's nothing wrong with that. We've got 2 more like this. Good. Okay, arms are going to go straight down by your side. If your neck is bothering you at all, keep your head down. If it feels okay, you can lift that up, and we're going to add just a little pulse here for 20. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Taking one arm, you're going to reach it off to the other side. Again, if it feels okay on your neck, still looking straight up though, not to the side, you can lift up just as much as we did in that little crunch. And again, if it doesn't feel okay, you can still add just that reach. And we're still going to be putting the emphasis on those obliques a little bit more. So we're going to do 10 to each side. So there's 5. 6 small movements here, right? We're trying to work things, but also protect our bodies at the same time. And believe it or not, and I know for me at least, it can take a lot of focus. So it's really important to make sure that you are focusing in on that form and how you're moving. All right, so here we go, other side. Here's 1. You guys have given me some suggestions to put up on my ceiling, and I'm working on that, but if you have any other thoughts, you can drop them in the comments below. I had one coworker who put a firefighter up on the ceiling. To each his own, certainly. Ooh. We've got 2 more on this side. Nice. Okay. So again, let your head rest down. Unless it's feeling okay, you can keep it up. We're going to take, actually, I'm going to start with this left leg. We're going to bring that knee in, straighten that leg up, and then you're going to lower as much as you can without, right, arching in through that back or pushing out that belly. We're going to try for 10 on each side. So if you start this one and your head is up and it feels good, but then it starts to feel blech, you go ahead and just put your head down. We're really trying, and I think I am starting to a little bit. You guys can probably see that I'm starting to strain my neck a little. So I'm going to keep my head down. And just pay attention because every day might be a little bit different. If you are just starting out and new to exercise or back after an injury, make sure, again, of course, that you listen to your body. But I would not do these every day. I would start out with 2 to 3 non-consecutive days. And let's just say you get to 5 repetitions and you feel like, whew, that's really tired, I'm fatigued. You stop. You do not have to do all 10. And that's 10 on that side. So I'm switching sides. Again, I'm keeping my head down. You guys do what feels good for you. That's 1. And again, notice I'm not lowering my leg down all the way because otherwise I'll arch and bloop. No arching and blooping. Not good for the body. 3, you can do whatever you want with your toes. If it feels better to flex your foot and stretch that hamstring and calf a little bit, you can. If it feels better to point those toes, you can, although this tends to make me cramp. Or you can just leave your foot where it is. Either way, whatever feels, again, best for your body, right? There's a theme here. There's always a theme in these things. That's 7. We have 3 more. And I think I'm starting to arch a little bit too. There we go. 9, 1 more. Excellent. Okay, for this next one, again, kind of reset your position there a little bit. If you're able to, you're gonna bring one leg up at that tabletop position and then the other leg. If you find that you're arching or blooping, you'll keep your legs down and I'll show you how to do that too. Arms are gonna go up as well. We're gonna take opposite arm and opposite leg and straighten out. The classic dead bug, which has been renamed the struggling turtle because dead bugs don't move. Again, we're gonna get 10, I think, total of these. So that's 4. And if you do need to put those feet down, you just do this, right? 5, 6. Again, really making sure that you're centering and of course breathing. 8, you got 2 more. And then feet are gonna come down if they're up in the air. Yeah, good. Hello abs. All right, you're gonna keep your feet down, hands are gonna come by your side. If your tailbone is not tucked under, if you can do that now, you're going to. We're gonna actually lift up into a bridge. So you're gonna try to peel 1 vertebrae off the mat or bed at a time. Lift to your highest place without arching through the spine or straining that neck and coming back down. So research has actually shown that, again, even without trying to activate those pelvic floor muscles or those Kegel muscles, as they're otherwise known, the bridge does a great job of helping to strengthen those muscles. And again, of course, you'll feel those glutes, you'll feel those deep abdominal muscles. Deep abdominal muscles and the pelvic floor connect next to one another, so you get a little bit of an overflow at the same time. And one last great one about this is that if you do have any form of prolapse, this helps, right? We're using gravity to kind of pull things back in again. Who knew the bridge could do so many things for the body? We have 2 more. And, okay, one more thing with the bridge. It also helps to open those hips up and stretch those hip flexors a little. Clearly, I love the bridge. 1 more. All right, awesome job. We have a couple more on our hands and knees. All right, we are in that quadruped or hands and knees position, shoulders stacked over those wrists. You can give a little shimmy and a shake if you need to loosen things up a little bit. We're starting with a classic yoga one though, that cat and cow. So you're gonna take a nice breath in, squeeze those shoulder blades, arch that spine, lift that head, and then really think about pulling that belly button in as you go ahead and round. Right, so yes, we're getting some nice movement through the pelvis, which helps that pelvic floor too, but we're also really focusing on using those abs to help pull us. We're gonna get 5 of these, and then we're moving on. 3, we have 2 more. Make it as small or as big of a motion as, again, feels good to you. You can kind of hang out in one position for a little bit too if you need to. A little snap, crackle, pop sometimes happens. Good, okay. From here, we're gonna take opposite leg and opposite arm, and they're gonna come straight out. I'm just gonna come back here just a touch. They're gonna come straight out and back down. When you're doing this one, we're gonna get 10 on each side. You want to make sure that you're not tilting or that you're not arching either. If you find yourself doing that, you're gonna get rid of that arm and just start with that leg. And then once that feels steady, you can go ahead and try adding even just an arm slide as opposed to an arm lift. And if you feel good about it, you can stay right with that first variation. Not even variation, the first one. We have 2 more on this side. 1 more. And I'm just gonna give my arm and hand a little break by pressing into a child's pose briefly here and alternating kind of a shoulder press down. Back on up, and then of course the other side, right? So same idea, trying to keep that pelvis nice and steady. And then after this, we have one last exercise that is the hardest one to do. I'm not gonna lie, that's why I saved it for the end, woohoo! So if you are not able to do this next one yet, no worries. I'm also gonna link some other ab video, or at least another ab video for you. 3 more. I just found that I was holding my breath. Don't be me, please. 1 more. Nice. Again, 1 more little, just pause and stretch. My arms are quite tired. Okay, and coming back up into that quadruped position, tucking those toes this time. Really think about making sure you're engaging in through that belly, and you're just gonna hover those knees and then gently drop them back down. So we are using our arms obviously a little bit more, but the abs have to work really hard here to do this. I'm gonna get 10 of them in. Again, if you can do a few of them and need to stop, awesome, go back into that child's pose and stretch things out and give yourself a pat on the back for doing a good job. And my head position's not great there either, sorry. Try not to let your shoulders hike up to your ears either. 3 more, and then we are done. Not just done, but done. Oh. Last one coming up right here. Yeah, awesome job.